guess just anything really that makes me upset really triggers my eating, because eating makes me feel better. So when I'm upset, like whether it's for a mark or a fight or just don't feel good, I would just eat and then it would make it feel better. So my body image is really the biggest thing, and that depends, that makes me either happy or sad, whether I'm feeling skinny or not.
There's a lot of shame with having an eating issue and stigma, and women don't like the fact that they have the eating issue but don't always have the answers.
I do have an eating disorder. I've had it forever. There are so many different stressors. There's personal ones, school ones, just things you face all the time. It's a battle. Every day can be a challenge.
Feeling the need to fit in university is also a big thing. You're coming from a high school, maybe a small town high school with 300 students, and here at UNB there's close to 20,000 maybe with both campuses together. So that's a big transition.
The pressures from school, having tests, having to write essays, deadlines, getting a bad mark back. In university, that is a major stressor. Some other stressors could be different roles that you have to fulfill in your life as a mother or a sister or a girlfriend, and just the responsibilities that might come with those roles.
I just get really stressed out about my grades. I always want to have really good grades. I'm kind of a perfectionist. I'll be like, okay, I'm too stressed out, and then I'll just be like, I'm too stressed out to handle eating, so I just won't do it. I just feel like sometimes when I'm really stressed out, eating is just gonna make it worse.
So I'd just like to start off this group by welcoming everyone to group. Tonight we'll just be getting to know each other a little bit more than we have already, and sharing a bit of our individual stories, but only what you're comfortable sharing.
I was afraid to come to group just because I was going to have to go talk to a whole bunch of girls that I didn't know, and I'd have to tell them all about myself and all about my eating disorder that I didn't even really want to admit to anyone that I had. And I don't know, I was afraid because I didn't want my family to find out that I was going to this group. They knew it was a problem, but we didn't really talk about it.
You have to be pretty brave to come forward. A lot of people are really scared, and that's very normal.
I was so overwhelmed with, you're going to get fat, you're going to...
It's really difficult to accept that, yeah, I have an eating issue. So that's a huge step in itself.
Confidentiality is a huge thing. They're not going to tell anybody who you are, what your problems are. They're not going to run up on the street, oh, hey, how's the bulimia doing? They're very much a very close-knitted group, and these are people that you will be able to rely on and confide in.
I actually didn't react like I thought I would. Usually when I get upset, I just turn into a little baby and I cry and whatever. But today I was like, you know what? No, that is not acceptable. That is not my mark. I'm going to talk to her. And
you can talk about, not just about the food, because as the group says, it's not about food. You can talk about what stressors are leading to the eating behaviors.
It's not that we want to enable people, but we want to be there as a support and help them to see past the negative coping habits that they're using and try to find some positive coping habits instead. We really want to promote a non-judgmental environment.
I had a pretty bad week. Not so much eating-wise, but just everything else, which kind of adds to the stress and makes dealing with eating a lot more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, I haven't eaten, I haven't had time to eat today. It's not even that I didn't want to, but I had breakfast. It's really nice to have the support. It's really nice to be comfortable talking to people and other girls that have like the same issues as you. And even though I feel like I've recovered like a whole lot since I began this group, it's still nice to have it because I still have bad days.
Today we'd kind of like to talk about self-care as our topic for the week.
I think that what I'll do is I think I'll play some music that I really like in the morning while I'm getting ready. I forget about music and how I enjoy it, so I think I'll do that.
Yeah. I'm not good at self-care. I don't really do self-care. I know I'm supposed to do self-care, and probably my life would be better if I had time for self-care, but I just don't, and I just don't really do anything for myself. Because I feel guilty when I do, because I'm just like, I could, like, if I'm having a bath, I'm just going to sit in the bath and be like, I could be, like, doing the dishes, or I could be working on, like,
I found
something.
a compromise to that.
Yeah.
You sit in the bath, but you've got your textbook. So you're relaxing your body, but you're engaging your mind.
Yeah, maybe.
So, I don't know. I can't do anything
Drop my
idly.
textbook in the water.
That's what I would do.
$200 textbook in the water.
I can't be idle. I know what you mean. I can't be idle, so I've got to find a self-care that I can tie into doing while I'm doing other things.
So next week we'll go around and just kind of ask each other, how'd you do? And give each other encouragement and keep each other accountable. So thanks for coming out tonight, guys. And we'll see you next week.
Awesome.
See ya. Cool.
After I leave, I usually feel lighter because I've talked about it, but then sometimes it brings up things that I didn't know I had, and then I'm forced to deal with them and move past them.
Eventually, you're going to be able to say, okay, this is what's going on in my life that's really bothering me. You can say, I think I'm slipping. How can I stop this? And I've said that, and I've gotten that response of, no, you can do this, you can keep going, you can beat this, you can do it, and this is how you can do it.
Being able to say, I'm going to take care of myself, and I'm going to spend some time taking care of myself, it really feels good, and it can reduce the stressors.
Usually after group, I feel kind of like I get a lot off my chest, and it feels really good just to go and talk to like a bunch of girls that you get really comfortable talking to them, and it just feels really good to go there and be like, all this stuff that happened through my week and it was all shitty, and I'm just gonna tell you all of it, and then you're gonna make me feel better about it. So that's really nice.
Because sometimes everyone goes through a hard time, and we understand that, and we understand that it's okay. You'll get to the other side, and we'll be there to support you through it.